welcome back. Today's video is going to be on this eye look that you see here. And if you would like to see how I create this look, please continue to watch. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to start with my eyes. I'm going to take this concealer right here to prime my eyelids. Today's look is going to be using this palette right here. So the first color that I'm going to take is this bone shade right here, which is a matte white. And I'm going to apply it all over where I put my concealer. First brush, I can't talk. The first brush I'm going to be using is this one right here. It's a fluffy brush, and the first color that I'm going to take is this one right here. This palette doesn't have any names, which is why I'm just showing you. The next brush I'm going to use is this one right here. And I'm going to take this shade right here, and I'm going to apply it a little bit below where I applied the first color. Just tap off the excess. So at the corner of my eye, I like to do circular motions. And when I get up here, I like to do windshield wiper motions. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm taking this palette here, which is the NYX Warm Neutrals palette. And I'm going to take this color right here, which is a brown. And I'm using a very small, fluffy brush. These don't have any numbers. They're just come in a set, which is why they don't have a number on there. And I'm going to apply that color closer to the end of my eye, doing slow dab motions and slowly working it into the crease just a bit. The next color I'm going to take is this black right here, and I'm going to use a very small detailer brush to apply that color where I applied the brown. I like to take a little bit of black at a time, because if you take a lot, you can potentially mess up the whole entire look. So just start off with a little bit. And just work it slowly. Just packing on the color. Now to blend out that black, I'm using the same brush I used for the brown. And I'm going to blend it out. That way we don't have any harsh lines. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my crease. I'm going to use the same concealer I used for to priming my eyelids. And I'm going to take this brush right here, which is a very flat brush, and I'm going to cut the crease. I am going to take just a little bit of concealer. And this is for any of you that is their first time cutting the crease. There's an easy step. So you apply concealer to the bottom and you look up, and where that line is, that is where you're going to cut the crease. And then you're just gonna go ahead and follow that line. And this is how the eye is looking so far. So to set that concealer, I'm going to take the same color that I took to set my primer, and I'm going to set that concealer. And that's how it should look. So now I'm gonna do the other eye. What I did after I did the concealer is I got the same brush, which is this one right here. I added a little bit of the black, and I just went ahead and buffed out those harsh lines from the concealer. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this green color right here, and I'm going to take it on this Sephora brush. And this is a precise shadow brush from Sephora. And I'm going to wet the brush a little bit. I'm using the Urban Decay De-Slick one. So all you're gonna do is with the brush, and you are gonna take some of that and you are going to apply it where we cut the crease. And when we get close to the end, I like to grab the brush a little bit with no product and then just go ahead and blend it out a little bit. Slowly just blend out the product at the end. That way there are no harsh lines and it looks a little more seamless. Okay, for the next step, I'm done with the eyes, so I'm going to go ahead and remove any excess shadow that might have fallen off. You can go ahead and take a wipey. This one is from Maybelline. It's from Neutrogena, these wipes right here. Or you can take concealer and you can go ahead and sharpen that line. I'm going to take a wipey, and since I have nails, I'm going to wrap it around my nail, so it should be like this. And I'm going to start removing any product that fell in my lower lash line. Do you see? And then I'm going to sharpen that up. Okay guys, so I had to go ahead and switch to a voiceover because my parents got home and they were being so loud. So I'm taking my Too Faced Hangover RX primer and I'm using that to prime my entire face, as well as taking this new product that I found in my collection, which is the Ole Henriksen Balance. It's a counterbalance oil control hydrator. It's really good. It has like this green tea kind of scent to it, and it's working really good for me. I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in the color 128, and I'm using a beauty blender to blend all my foundation out. Taking the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in the color Fair, I'm going to highlight my face. I like to have a very highlighted under eye area, and that's exactly why I'm applying a lot of product. And I'm going to take that on my damp beauty blender and blend it all out. I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder to set my under eyes using my beauty blender. I'm using the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to set my entire face using light powder. My face is not that oily anymore, so I'm just using a little bit of powder. I'm using the Smashbox Shape Matters palette, and I'm using the shade Contour to contour my cheekbones and my forehead. To bronze, I'm taking Benefit's Hoola Bronzer. And most of the time I like to contour my nose, but today I didn't feel like doing such a big deal about the contour. So I'm just taking the brush that comes with it and I'm contouring my nose. To dust off the powder that I still have on my face, I'm going to use the Equal Tools Airbrush Finishing Brush. Moving on to blush, I'm using Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm using Tarte's Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the color Party. To set my brows, I'm using the Anastasia Brow Gel in clear, and I like to do the step last because that way I know that I don't have any more powder and it will actually set my eyebrows. All right, after feeling myself for a little bit there, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit and I'm using Amber Gold to highlight and blind them bitches away. Here I'm just showing you that there's two types of brushes that you can use to apply your highlight. It can either be a fan brush or a more compact brush. Personally, I like to glow a lot, so I'm using the smaller brush. And that is it, you guys. That is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give me some more ideas on videos that you would like to see. Comment down below. All the products will be listed down in the description box, as well as my social media if you want to keep up with me, because I'm a very interesting person. And yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoy it. See you guys in the next one. Bye.